Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Okay, I heard my band, but I didn't hear y'all. So let's the band not say nothing. Good morning, everybody. All right, band, you're back. How's everybody? It's a beautiful Sunday morning, and you're here with Soul Shine. But you need to sing with us, too. We're not performing, we're playing for you. So stand up on your feet. We sing from our feet. We're going to do Return to Me. We've done it several times. It's one of our faves. Eric will teach it to you.
Return to me. Return to me. With every breath, return.
And begin.
And begin with me. With every breath, return.
That's the whole song. Sing with us. Return to me.
Return to me.
Return to me.
Return to me.
With every breath.
With every breath, return.
And
begin with me.
With every breath,
return. With every breath, return.
While you guys are singing something, let's do it one more time. Return to me, you sing. Can't hear you. With every. And then begin with me. With every breath, sing with us.
Every breath, return. With every breath, return. With every breath, return. With every breath,
Lord, the face of God. Eric?
You are the face of God.
Hold you in my hands.
I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face
Sing
of
with us. You are the face of God.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of
One more time, sing out.
God. You are the face of God.
I hold you in my heart. Part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God.
I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Get up for Soul Shine.
I was kind of scared, so he's going to take care of me. And you know what it says on here? Can you tell them what it says?
It says, raised by wolves.
And what are we? A wild soul sanctuary. Woo! Thank you. You can go back now. Isn't that perfect? Thank you, Andriano. That was so nice. And you might see him again. There could be some surprises going on. Who knows? So, let's say our mission statement together, please. We stand together to create a global ecosystem of unity, deep wisdom, and loving kindness. Yes, we'd like to welcome everybody. My name's Jim Pasman. I'd like to welcome you. We welcome everyone, all sizes, shapes, colors, persuasions, political, Republicans, Democrats, independents. Everybody is welcome. And our team today is listed here. It's myself as the host speaker is Dr. Cari Bourette. Our prayers will be Reverend Jane Hyatt, music by Soulshine and Pete Carsunas. Youth, Claire Kubota. Meditation, Pete Carsunas. Live stream, Nico Kubota. Slides and sound, Ilana Holland. And camera, Chris Tippett. Let's hear it for all of them. Thank you. So most of you know about this extra chair on stage. This is for those that can't join us. Either they've passed and made their transition or they're living somewhere else. But whoever you have in mind that you wish were here or you'd like to have here, please imagine them in that chair, enjoying this service as much as we all will. So I'd also like to acknowledge that this land that we're on was once taken care of by the Native Americans, and we're going to try to be as good a stewards as they were. Think to the 7th generation as they did. It was the Wasco, the Warm Springs, the Paiute, and I understand the Klamath were in and out of here at times, and I think the Shoshone were as well. So there was a lot of Native Americans going back in history. I mean, we're going back thousands, not just 10,000, 20,000 years now. They're even saying 30,000 years. They've been caring for it. We're a flash in the pan compared to that. So let's honor them for the fact that they took care of it so well for us. So I would like to take a moment to talk about our prayer forms. The prayer forms are in the back of your chair, and these are an opportunity for you to make some claim as to what you would like to see change or added into your life. It's not a request per se, it's a claim, it's a decree. That's the way we like to do prayer. And if you put your name and your contact information on here, someone will be happy to contact you, either by phone if you put your phone, or by email if you put your email. And then we will hold these in prayer for 7 days with our prayer council. Then they will go up to Unity, Silent Unity, and they'll hold them in prayer for 30 days, or all month. Could be 31 even, who knows. Okay, so at this point I'd like to introduce Jane. Pardon? Oh, celebrations? Oh, those are after it. So it's you. No worries.
So before I start to pray, I want to say that as we claim, it's like we have a wish, we have a desire, and this little boy had a desire to sing like the good singers up here. And what he did was he stated his claim that he was going to be able to do that someday. And you know how it is when I hear about what you want to be doing to contribute. So here he is. So let's just join in prayer and know that we are powerful creators. That those dreams that we hold in our hearts are not dreams that are made to happen by a force that's outside of us. They are made to happen because we claim as creator that they are so. And so we claim now that as a community, we are a powerful force for creating peace on earth through peace in our hearts, for creating health and wholeness through knowing ourselves as holy, good, part of the divine. This amazing expression that has come forth from all time. We claim that we are abundant as a community, as individuals, in our world, that no one goes without, that there is always enough, because we are the abundance of life flowing. We are nothing less. Just take a moment and hold your own claims in your heart. And let us affirm in song the truth that we know, the I am that we are. And so it is.
Just take a couple minutes or a couple seconds and fill those green forms out in front of you. Put your prayer claim in for the week. We'll be honored to pray with you. It's our honor. Let's sing the prayer song, shall we?
Breathe in and know I am. Be still and know I am. Let go.
Eric, we could hardly hear you at the end over Andreasen's voice. Thank you, Soul Shine, and thank you, Andreasen, the little wolf. So now is the time for our celebrations, and I need a volunteer to. Oh well, first let me get a birthdays.
Who has a birthday in November?
I do.
Really?
Yeah, really. I actually have birthdays.
I'm not singing anybody out. We're just going to sing to everybody. There's a lot of you. Okay, so let's sing. Ready?
Happy
Sing the birthday
birthday
song
to
first,
you.
okay?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. And Pete too.
Okay, now we have celebrations. Oh. 2 volunteers, okay. Oops, I did the wrong one here. There you go. Oh, you're all ready. Okay, there's one over there.
Thank you. Hi, I'm celebrating. I'm moving again, but this time to a house where the woman actually wants to share the house. There's room for all my stuff. I have half the garage, a big backyard with a beautiful tree that I could sit under in the shade, a great park nearby. Oh, and I'm just so grateful because it's been a long time coming.
There's one over there.
I got it, Jim.
Oh, wait a minute, hang on just a second. There's
We're
one
going to
here
just
first.
vary, if that's okay. I wanted to, Nate says, stand up, damn it. So I know that Jim mentioned the chair, and we are entering into the season where grief anniversaries can hit really, really hard. And so my celebration is I have one of those because I lost my husband, and sometimes holidays kick my backside. And so my celebration is I have had the delight and the privilege of working with our local Humane Society for all their fun events. I got to do the 4th of July parade, and this last Halloween, I got to be with them, and they do the pet contest, costume contest. Imagine, if you will, being at the old mill filled with families in full costumes. The witches are paddling down the river. I think Joanne was there, but I never saw her. But I just, as we enter the season in a form of celebration, think about areas that you can be of service to help your heart and soul, whether it's for our own community or communities around you right now.
So I have a question. Were the witches on brooms in the river?
They were on paddle.
Oh, okay. Wait, we had one over here.
Well, I'm celebrating today joining. Could you help me? Okay, there we go. I am celebrating today joining the wonderful and powerful Women's Drumming Circle. It was very, very enlightening. And I thank you, the leader, for it.
Is this on? Okay. I'm celebrating 2 things. One is my chickens are finally laying eggs like crazy. And after 9 months of agony, we got the permit for the garage conversion.
Do we have any, I was going to say online, but there looks like there's plenty more here.
Go ahead.
Let's take a couple more here, then we'll do the...
Sometimes we have a celebration and we have fun stuff. Yeah. So we have everything we need. Yeah.
That's very cool.
And brother, go really quick. Can he go really quick?
Pardon?
Can he go really quick?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I celebrated my Boy Scout meeting.
Boy Scout meeting, all right.
Those are hard acts to follow, I
They
must say.
You have to shrink down for this one.
But I do have to celebrate last night, Victor and Coltrane and Soul Shine and our lovely new singer back there. Genesis,
Oh.
yes.
Nice, Genesis.
That was a beautiful concert last night, and I'm so proud of Victor and his accomplishments, and buy his CD.
Okay, let's take two more. One over here and one over here. And then we'll go online.
Just celebrating a nice afternoon without the kids for me and Madeline, which as parents, you know, is rare. We got to go on a nice horseback ride in the rain, and it was very pleasant. So that's it.
Great. We have an expert here. It should turn green. No, it won't be. The battery. Oh, somebody turned it off, it looks like. Yeah, that one. Thanks.
I just want to say that prayer works. I put in a prayer request to win a trip to Thailand for myself and my husband, and I did it.
Fantastic.
I did it.
Okay, let's see. Do we have any online, Nico? Yes. Go for it. Oh. See Kevin run.
We got one online. Mary Faye is celebrating being with us all, even though she is in Green Valley, Arizona.
Oh. Wow. She's there with our friend Dee, I guess. Dee is the one that bought all the chairs. And she moved to Green Valley. She's still a member, of course, and she still is a owner of the. So I guess they're probably visiting, is my guess. Good. Okay, so we're going to talk about an Earth celebration. The town of Gateshead, excuse me, in Great Britain has converted a deep coal mine into a source of green energy. Once the mining stopped, the cavern filled with floodwater that became heated by the Earth's core, so it must be several thousand feet deep. That water is now being pumped into heat pumps, and for the past 6 months has provided low-carbon heating to 350 high-rise buildings, an art gallery, a college, an industrial park, and several office buildings. It is believed the project could be replicable in other areas with super deep remnant mines. I visited the mine in South Africa, the Rand mine. It's 7,000 feet deep, and it's 120 degrees for the workers down there, so it really does get quite warm. Okay, let's bring up the kids. We're going to have the blessing of the kids. And the bigger kid, Claire, that's you. And is Margaret, does she have little ones?
Kids this week.
You do? So let's do our blessing of the kids. We appreciate the holy gift you are. We see the Christ light shining from you. May you always know what a treasure you are. May you always bring your gifts freely and fully to the world. Namaste. Go forth and be wild. Sorry, Claire, maybe I shouldn't have said that. So have fun, and now we're going to talk about all the fun things that are going on here. So there's a number of events, as you'll see up on your screen, and I see it back here. The sound bath tonight at 5:30. Note that's a new time. It's not 6 o'clock anymore, okay? The men's group is still at 6 o'clock. That's tomorrow, Monday at 6 p.m. right here in the foyer. And that's been a blessing for a lot of us. We've gotten into some really deep discussions. And so if you have the desire to join us, please do. On Wednesday at 7 p.m., there's an open sing that Dave does, and anybody that can talk can apparently sing. I might be the only one that can't, but there's probably others. But in any case, Dave will help you to really open up and learn to use your God-given talents. Cooking class with Chef Suzanne, and that's today at 1 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. at the Gabota's house. And how do they find directions for that, Kevin?
They got to sign up.
Okay, so when you sign up, you'll see the directions. So there's room for one or two more, I understand. This is an amazing class. Chef Suzanne is an amazing vegetarian and otherwise cook, so if you haven't been to one of these, it's really worthwhile. Okay, rock mandala painting class is Saturday, November 11th from 10 to 12 p.m. right here at Unity. So I imagine that's the creative aspects are going to really come out with that. Joanne did some of these and she brought them home and they were really beautiful, and we have them on our desk now. So you might want to sign up for that one especially. And Pete Karsunis concert. You'll hear him here, but you'll also have the opportunity to join his concert November 17th at 7 p.m. The tickets are $20 online, and if you wait till you get to the door, $5 more. But whatever it is, it's worth it. I went online and listened to his songs, and it's pretty amazing. And you'll hear it live here, so you'll know what I'm talking about. So youth volunteers are needed. Talk to Sarah or Claire about this. I also am a youth volunteer, and I can tell you it is as much fun as you can ever have being with the kids. You know, if you're not used to it, talk to one of us that's already done it sometimes, and we'll tell you, you know, how we, you know, sort of navigate it. But the bottom line, most important thing is you just love them, and you'll find all kinds of fun things to do with them. How many volunteers do we have here? About 10 or 12? Let's raise our hands. 1. Well, you're already there. I'm talking about new volunteers. 2. How many new volunteers? Come on. Well, think about it. Think about it, because this is really an important aspect of our ministry, is our kids. So please talk to Sarah or Claire if you have any interest in it and find out more what it's about. Okay. Calling all kids to participate or precipitate in our Christmas service. If you want to hear more about that, talk to Reverend Jane. Do you want to say anything more about it now? Or?
I just need to know who's going to be here.
So she needs to know who is going to be here, so be sure to let her know. Talk to her about that. Okay, anything else? Oh yeah, membership. If you're interested in membership, don't forget to fill out a form to apply for that. And this gets you not necessarily into any specific different commitment, but there are some things that you'll learn as a member about honoring each other and the fellowship. And Jane teaches that. And you know, it's really worth being a member here, because we're such a loving community. And being a member says, I'm part of this community. Okay. Oh yeah, blue recycle bags out in the foyer. If you grab one of these, there's a bottle can drop, and they're doing a 20% match from November 15th to December 2nd. So if you haven't got one of these, they're out in the foyer. Help yourself to one of those and help us get some extra income just from recycling, which is something we all want to do anyway, right? Okay, and grab a printed calendar from the lobby if you haven't got one, or you can go on the website and you can see all the things that are going on that we've talked about here and more. I think that's probably all of them. Okay, so okay, now we're going to invite up our special guest, Erin Collins. Erin is with Peaceful Presence, and Peaceful Presence is where we gave our tithe. I guess this would be for this past month. So, Erin, would you like to come up and let's get you a mic? And you can tell us a little bit about Peaceful Presence.
Here or there?
Yeah, you can stand wherever you want.
Okay.
Up here is probably better.
Sure. I'm short, so it's probably a good idea. Thank you all so much, first of all, for the generosity that you have shown to us. Our organization is called the Peaceful Presence Project. I serve as the co-director with Elizabeth Johnson, and Cari Sims-Anthon is our program coordinator. We are a nonprofit founded on the mission to reimagine and transform the way that our community talks about, plans for, and experiences serious illness and the end of life. We provide education in the community and to clinicians. We train end-of-life doulas. We provide end-of-life and advanced care planning for individuals and groups. And we provide compassionate bedside presence with end-of-life doulas. And that's because we truly believe that equitable and compassionate end-of-life care is a human right. So as such, although we charge a fee for service for all of our services, we absolutely want anybody in the community who wants our support to have it. And so your donation allows that to happen. Your donation as a community will go directly to services provided by end-of-life doulas to individuals in our community who may be navigating a serious illness or may be in the dying process and want the support of an end-of-life doula, but they can't afford it. So thank you all for your generosity. And I will leave some information. I'll leave some business cards and information in the lobby if you'd like to find out more. But we have a long website address. It's the peacefulpresenceproject.org. And so I'm sure there'll be a way to contact us if you want more information. But again, thank you all for believing in our mission.
Thank you. Thank you, Erin, and we're happy to present you with a check for $1 million. I'm sorry, for a lot.
For a lot.
And for this card. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
It's always nice to have an opportunity to share what we give. Part of it goes to so many different good causes, including Unity Central. So I'm glad that we're all part of that. Okay, so now we have a special introduction for Pete Kartsunis. And Pete is a musician that is locally. He moved here not too long ago, I guess. And he's played all over the world. He's got many, many recordings. I listened to him on YouTube this morning, and I was really impressed, and I think you will be more than impressed when you hear what he has to share with us. So thank you for giving a big welcome to Pete Kartsunis. Hello, Pete.
I'm honored to be here. This is, I think, the third time I've shared here over the years. And I have been in Bend for 6 years now, but that went by really fast. So you're right, not that long. I mean, blink of an eye. You know, usually there's a theme. I try to find some songs of mine. I've written hundreds of songs that kind of fit along with the flow of unity. I write a lot about connection with ourselves and a connection with our we are all God, everything is God. I write a lot about connecting with nature. Same. So I picked out this song that I wrote called Matahari. It's a beautiful word. It means the eye of the day. And when I lived in Bali for a couple months on my big journey around the world for a couple years, I was turned on to this word and wanted to write a song about it. So I watched the sunrise over Bali from an island called Gili Island off the coast of Indonesia. And here we go. I have some friends joining me, and I look forward to this. Wake up with the eye of this new day. Make a few new friends along the way. Sit before the ocean as it waves. Still inside this moment, I answers to these questions here I find. Turning off the noise inside my mind. Everything before is left behind. Still inside this moment I unwind. And I'm gone to stay. And I'm not running away. I'm dancing in the places where my heart is surely taking me to be within those dreams that I've made. Oh, let's do that 2 more times. Facing fears are always hard to do. Such a gift from you to only you. Take yourself way out beyond the blue. Still inside this moment is your truth. And be gone to stay. Try not running away. And dance inside the places where your heart sure wants to take you to. Be there within those dreams that you've made. Wake up with the eye of this new day. Wake up with the Matahari. Oh, Matahari. Oh, Matahari. Matahari.
So amazing. do some of you feel like there have been multiple points where you could just say, I can go home now. I'm so full. That's how I'm feeling today. But I have the privilege of getting to introduce our speaker. So Dr. Cari Bourette has an impressive background. Academically, she has a doctorate in psychology, a master's in geoscience, metaphysics, and counseling, and a bachelor's in physics. For those of us who, made it through something, it's super impressive to hear that kind of background. Professionally, for over 20 years, she's been researching collective consciousness as it's reflected in world affairs. She has a passion for showing the interconnectedness of all things in life, all beings, expanding our mindfulness about our collective impact and the need for balance with the rest of life. Spiritually, she's a mystic, and she has dabbled in many different spiritual traditions. But I want to say that she's already halfway through on her step to becoming a minister. And just as we welcomed Andriano up here with his dream to be a singer and to sing with the really good singers up here, we get to welcome Dr. Cari up here with her dream to become a minister. And part of that is being comfortable delivering a spiritual message. And she has delivered them before, but given the times with COVID, they've all been on Zoom. And so this is a chance. I mean, she's done it as in professor work. She's been up in front of a group, but it's different in a spiritual community. And so I know that Sylvia talked about how having so many experiences here gave her such an advantage as she was going through ministry school. And so now we have a new budding minister that we get to open our arms to and just flood her with love as she makes her maiden voyage here as a minister speaker. Dr. Cari, come on up.
What a blessing it is to be here. I want to start by sharing some good news. The good news is you. The good news is Unity Community of Central Oregon. The good news is the excitement and passion here. I see people learning how and being community with each other. And that's a beautiful thing. And I see an awakening here to our connection with each other and to our connection with the rest of life. And it's an amazing thing that we celebrate the earth on her journey toward healing and recovery and a new place of thriving each and every week. You are good news. And there's some bad news. The bad news is the news. It's easy here to talk about oneness. It's easy here to talk about how everything's connected and the divine presence and everything. And then we look on Facebook or on YouTube or on the television, and then there's that. Then there's that. And that might bring up questions for us. Well, where's the divine in that? How is that oneness? And we might have all kinds of questions about what that means and what can I do about that? I spent a lot of my life asking questions and looking for answers. I wanted to know how it all worked. I wanted to know answers about God. Is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Which religion is the right one? What's the right way to pray? If you do it wrong, does it matter? Does it matter a whole lot? If you do it right, does it matter? And I looked for answers in Christianity, in one church, and another church, and another church. And it's amazing how they all had the right answer, and they were all different. Even the ones that followed the book exactly the way it said had a different take on what it literally said, which is confusing. Well, where's the answers? And I explored Hinduism, I explored Buddhism. Are the answers there? And there was a very low point in my life where nothing made sense. Nothing was working, and I was about ready to just give up. And either because I was ready, because the way things work out, in the middle of this really bad time, I encountered a shaman. And this shaman showed me a medicine wheel. And I'd seen those before, yeah. But because of where I was at and because of how it was presented, things started falling into place for me. And I was able to use this to understand myself and the world around me. And I could see how when I was out of balance, I could center myself with this wheel because it was a picture of my consciousness. It was also a picture of the whole world. And I started seeing how the different religions I explored fit into this wheel, and I started seeing how the different things all fit together. And I was also able to see how it applied with the world and how collectively we get out of balance and how things show up in the world when we get out of balance. Many of us are aware of how, our rate of consumption is out of balance and what effects that has. It's also our energy. There's a metaphysical balance. And so by understanding this wheel and our collective, what we collectively focus on and how that shows up in the world, I wanted to share it with the world. I wanted everyone to get, look, it's all interconnected. It's for real. And I found out it didn't land the way I hoped it would. But I got a great job out of it. And so I make a living noticing where we are collectively focused by looking on the internet. And here's what we're looking at today. And then putting that on this wheel, and that tells me where we're heading. So I get to let people know, here's the news themes that are right on the horizon, because it's where we're facing. Here's where the market's likely to go because of where we're facing. And I get money for that. I don't tell them it has anything to do with a medicine wheel because that wouldn't help. But in a very sciencey way, that's what I do. And when it might not surprise us to hear that what I've been tracking for the last few years, there's been a whole lot of overheatedness, let's say, in our energies collectively. People have been overheated. And when that happens, it's not surprising to me, and maybe you could see this too, when people start acting out. And if we keep on doing that, it gets bigger and bigger, and the energy gets more intense, and wars start breaking out. It's all part of that same thing. So what can we do about that? What can I do about that? Jesus talked about when one of the things he said was about, before I take the splinter out of my brother's eye, I need to take the log out of my own. And that's usually used in terms of hypocrisy. Don't be a hypocrite. But there's also a metaphysical meaning to that. There's a metaphysical application. And if you're willing, I'd like to take a few moments to do a meditation, prayer, healing moment where we release some of what's going on with us and helping to do our part in shifting this. And you can have your eyes open or your eyes closed, whatever works best for you. And we're aware that spirit is everywhere, and spirit is within us. But sometimes it helps to use a mind-body connection, to use both of those in addition to our awareness of spirit, to deepen the experience of connecting with spirit. So we're going to use that too. So, looking at what's been going on in the world, we see a lot of angry people. We see people blowing each other up. We see people fighting with each other. And maybe that makes us angry. Gosh, stop it already. Can you imagine Jesus in the boat telling the storm, gosh, would you just be still? That's not usually how we think of it, though, right? He's coming from a calm place when he says that. So when we're doing, I'm praying for peace, damn it, would you just stop? It might not work so well. So, if you can put your hands out in front of you, and let's allow the anger that we have about what's going on to go into our hands. Anger we might have at somebody we know, at relationships we have, all of that. Just let it go. And then put your hands together like a snowball, making a snowball, and then press it into a pancake. And then just let that go on the ground. And let it all go. And now we're going to do that again. with sadness. We see people who are hurting in the news. We see people who have had their lives just uprooted, and we feel sadness. We see the destruction, and we feel sad. And let that go into your hands. And there may be people you know in your life who are hurting. And maybe you're going through some things yourself. And let's let that sadness also move into our hands. And then let's put that into a snowball and compress it into a pancake. And then just let it go. Let it go into the ground. And then one more time, one last time with helplessness. We see all this going on in the world. We see people making a mess of things. We see people wasting resources. We see people just going on, hurting each other and blowing things up and destroying things, and we might feel helpless about that. So let that helplessness go into your hands. And there may be situations in your own life, people you know going through hard times, and that brings up helplessness in you. Let's let that go into your hands. And then one more time, put that together into a snowball and press it into a pancake. And then let it go into the ground. And anything that remains that you want to let go of, just let that go. And now that we've let go of all that, lift your hands up somewhat, and we're going to imagine divine light flowing into our hands and into our center. And just let divine presence flow into you. And then when you're ready, you could put your hands down. Maybe put your hand over your heart. And just take a moment to feel the presence. And to feel the peace. And now we're not going to try to do anything or change anything. But from this place of peace and presence, think of any of the people in your life that need some peace. And see that peace there. And any of your relationships that need peace, see that peace in the midst of those relationships. And any of those places that have been coming up for you and events in the world, see if you can find and see peace there. If it's hard to see the peace there, see seeds of peace there that you know will grow and flower. And take another moment to just be in this place of presence and peace. And as you return your awareness back into the room, if you feel there's any excess energy, a little too much, then let go. So I want to remind you of the good news. It's right here. You are the good news. I want to share a story, a couple quick stories that have told me that awakening is happening here. I've heard people talking about, they're feeling the presence of the divine in nature with each other. And that's heartwarming. And I recently heard people telling me about actually recognizing it. They're getting it. They're seeing an awareness of it. And a few people recently have talked about being aware of the divine in the tree or the bird, being aware of them. And that's really cool. And what we've just done is we've contributed to peace in ourselves, in those we're related with, in the whole world. We just did that. And we were able to do that because we're aware of our connection with all things. That we're able to go with that idea because it's part of what we've come to know to be true. And I was going to talk about all of our relations. I'm not going to talk about that very much right now. I'll save that for another time. But I just want to plant a seed around that. As we become more aware of our oneness, as we become more aware that we manifest in the world what's going on in us and that there's a connection, I'd like us to consider that idea, not saying the words all of our relations. I'm not talking about that. Those are beautiful Lakota words, but it doesn't help to just take canned slogans or ritual and use them. It's the intent behind it. It's the awareness that I'm talking about. The awareness that my actions, my thoughts, my energy has an impact on my world. And when in my prayers, I am praying to manifest something, let's also be mindful of the impact of that. And not as a prayer right here, but just as an extreme example. If I'm so excited about the idea of abundance and prosperity and my newfound manifestation thing that I'm learning, and boy, I want everyone in my church to be blessed with a new television and a new car, and I'm going to pray for that. While that might be coming from a good place, there's an impact that has on our world. And as our authority grows, our responsibility grows. So let's consider all our relations in our prayers too. And if you want peace in the world, start with being peace. And then pray for peace. And if you want the world to be more in balance, first see if you're in balance. And then see what you can do with balancing the world. And remember that you are the good news. And namaste.
It's the second time I've left my body this morning. Speechless. It's beautiful to share music with this beautiful community. I'd be absolutely honored if you came to my concert on the 17th. It's a couple weeks away. I'd be thrilled to have you here. And I hope to have some guest musicians. Wink, wink. You guys are great. You guys are great. I just wrote this song a couple weeks ago. And I keep was running past my new fiance, recent engagement. I ran a bunch of songs past her the other day and just was trying to figure out what to play. And then after it was all said and done, I said, wait, hold on, there's that new song. He's like, which one's that? This one. I played it, and thank you for your beautiful talk. And Jim, you'd mentioned some things, and I think this song ties up pretty good with what we're all here for today and what we're talking about. It's a song about change. Change is all around, especially in this time of the year. Summer turned and left the stage, cool, cloudy day. Time to turn another page, autumn came our way. Falling leaves like memories, dancing in the rain. Creek can sing its song again, harvest all the grain, wash the dust away. Green to gold and painted land, chill among the breeze. Walk with all the ancestors, spirit in the trees. Safe enough to close your eyes, still enough to see that God is always everywhere, spirit, land, and sea. God is you and me. Yeah. Frost among the tops, sun is feeling shy. Quitting quicker by the day, geese among the sky. Getting closer to yourself, winter's on its way. Light a candle, sing a song, great spirit seize the day. Everything will change. Oh. Singing harmony, wisdom in the trees. Transformation from within, change and prophecy. Mother Nature holds you near, never let you down. Get you through the thick and thin, barefoot on the ground. Change is all around. Oh, it changed.
all around.
Thank you so much. Love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, I was just wondering what Spirit sees the day. That's what it was. Yeah. Okay, class. Pay attention. Spirit sees the day. That's what I was asking, those words. I was trying to remember those exact words. Spirit sees the day. Changes all around. My God, that's just so powerful. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. Yeah. And, your talk, Cari, I have to thank you for that too, because, talking about the changes that are going on and then hearing your talk, the consciousness of this world is changing at a faster rate than it ever has in the history of the world. And you're reminding us of our part on that as a leading edge in consciousness. So I want to thank you too for that wonderful talk. We are so blessed. Yes, and we may be blessed with some new people. Is there anybody here for the first time? We have, one back here and one here. Would you, if we have a microphone, we could pass. If you're willing to share your name, and if you're not, that's fine. We'll find other ways to get to know you.
My name is Robert, and my wife Billy, and we're kind of local, Prineville, and then we're headed to Arizona here in a bit. Arizona. Yeah.
You're heading there, or you're from there?
Yeah, we're on our way there tomorrow, but
on your way there.
We haven't been to church in like 40 years, so.
Nothing.
Well, in a gathering.
Yeah, there was no lightning bolts, nothing.
Yeah. It's amazing, right?
It ain't over yet. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hello, I'm John.
Hey, John. That was easy.
And a few words.
Good morning. My name is Katie Kavanaugh. I am the facilitator for the Women's Drum Circle.
Great.
Here. May I just take just a very quick moment just to say a few things about the sacredness of this space. So for 16 years, I created a drum circle that was at my house, and 70 women rolled down the driveway each week, and finally the neighbors said, enough. So I sat in stillness with a broken heart that the drum circle had somehow come to a close when a few women from this gathering, from this beautiful unity community, came and said, we talked to Jane Hyatt in the parking lot, and she said, why don't you bring the drum circle here? So it opened up this beautiful opportunity. Last month was the first one, and I came trying to bring what I had here, trying to create what was here. And I had a month, almost called you 3 times, of grief because I couldn't figure out how to do that. But yesterday we gathered, and I remembered that what we do is create a circle of women. And we celebrated the beauty and the elegance and the incredible spiritual energy that has been in this place, that has been spoken, and that I felt in the hearts in each of every one of you. And so for what you bring here, for what you hold in this sacred container, for what you bring your music to that radiates out from this place, we held our circle in that energy. We are grateful to each and every one of you for what you hold here. May we be a light that shines that even more brightly. Please, ladies, first Saturday of the month, come, I have drums.
Do we miss
I
anybody?
thought you were shy.
You want to say hi?
No problem. That's great. We're looking forward to that.
Yes, hi, I'm Emily, and this is my daughter Annabelle and my niece Leilani. And hello.
Hello, Emily, and your daughter, and niece. Lots of new visitors. Well, thank you all for being here. We love having your presence here, and we hope you'll come see us again. You have to drive back from Arizona over and over again to see us every Sunday. That's a long drive, but anyway, be with us in spirit. Remember, we have online, by Zoom. A lot of people are joining us that way. So this is our opportunity to share right now. And so I just wanted to say a couple of words about sharing, because I've been involved with Unity for 40 years, and for the first, probably 10 years, we were the $20 a month type of thing, right? Or $20 a week, I'm sorry. But we attended a class on prosperity that one of the ministers did for us. And they talked about giving where you're inspired, and talked about it as it's the seed of prosperity as you give and as you tithe. And so we came back from that class and we said, we're going to give that a try, Joanne and I. And so Joanne began writing a check for 10%. And that year, my salary doubled. And she kept writing a check for 10%. And the next year, my salary tripled. And then what happened is the company I was working for couldn't get a delivery of some of the parts we needed to make shipments. And all of a sudden, there was no salary, none whatsoever. And Joanne stopped tithing for a couple of months. And she said, somewhere this has got to change. I'm just going to write a check. And she wrote a check. And after that, the deliveries started flowing in. And instead of paying us, the owner of the company put us on a commission. And I made more money than I'd ever made in my life. And I believe it's all tied to the tithing. It worked for me, and I'm 100% believer in that. It's seed money, and what it does is it plants that consciousness in your mind so that it's not just for the church, it's for you. It's for all of us that this happens. It's a collective, as you said. We're in a collective. So let's bring the baskets up, if we may. And let's just see these nearly empty baskets filled with prayer requests, green stuff, and good energy. And there's many ways to give. If not here, you can give online. You can text to 833-455-1960. You got that memorized? Okay, it's up here. And you can also scan that little diagram up there, and you'll be able to give online as well. There's lots of ways to do it. So let's send these forth and see them filled with prosperity.
I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. I got gratitude in my heart. In my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. In my soul, baby. I just want to say thank you. Mahalo. I just want to say thank you. Merci beaucoup. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for
let's bless these offerings. From the love of pure spirit within us, we bless these gifts. We send them forth to heal, bless, and prosper. They are evidence of our faith and belief. They do good work in the world and return to us abundantly. And so it is. And thank you, Eric. Okay.
We have fun.
So before we do our prayer of intention, I just wanted to remind everybody that we have prayer chaplains that are happy to pray with you. And you'll see them. They'll have those white shawls. Thank you. Hold one up. There you go. Like that. Yeah. And we'll be up here, and we're happy to pray for you. It's a blessing for us to pray for you. I find when I pray for people that I get such an inspiration, and I don't even have to think about the words for that matter. They just come, number one. And number two, I feel like I am healed and prospered, and just everything that I'm praying for happens for me as well. So please take advantage of the opportunity, because it'll bless us as well as you. And so anybody that's a prayer chaplain here, will you stand up? Myself. 1, 2. So we've got 3, 4, 5 of us here. So there'll be plenty of people to talk to there. Okay. So we're going to now do our prayer of intention, and this is how we end our service, and this is how we go forth with the consciousness that we've gained from being here in this loving, loving place. So when you say this, really infuse your heart with these words. Holy light shines within and all around me, a presence of love that is always there. I am that presence. I am a radiant field of love energy. I am holy light. My essence cradles and guides me. I am a gift in this world. I go forth from here in joy to bless the world with my loving light. Thank you, everyone, and all those online. Please stay and enjoy the connection with your host, and we're looking forward to seeing you next Sunday if you can make it. Bye.
I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you.
Muchas gracias.
I just want to say thank you for it all.
Ba-da,